Namaste guys, I want to cover the effects of the planet Venus on your houses once he transit every like 24 days. And Venus is a beneficial planet. It's not a maleficent planet like Mars or Saturn, which they teach you lessons the hard way. Venus teaches you lessons the easy way. And so Venus is a beneficial planet like Jupiter. Jupiter's, is known as a planet that blesses. But Venus is also in a way a blesser, but it's more, it pertains more to beautifying the house when she enters a house. So when Venus enters your first house, which is the house of self, she tends to want to beautify your body. She tends to want to, maybe if you're a woman, she might want to start working on beautifying your body, your makeup. Maybe you might want to do plastic surgery. Maybe you might want to lose the weight. And same with the men. If Venus enters your first house, you might want to get fit, and look nice and look appealing. Maybe buy nice clothes, a tuxedo, things to look good in, basically. It's pretty much beautifying how you appeal to the world. Now, when Venus transits your second house, it has to do with what you own, things you possess, your house. And when Venus goes into the second house, you kind of want to buy everything that's pretty, and maybe you want to beautify your house and try fixing things here and there. But you have to be careful because you could go spendthrift, because Venus pertains to beauty, and you might see things, objects beautifully, and you might want to go on a shopping spree and buy everything that you see that's appealing to your eyes. So you have to watch out for that placement. Venus transiting your third house signifies that you might want to spend, you might be more inclined to spending more time with your siblings and, enjoying yourself with people around the neighborhood. You might be more talkative than usual, or maybe you might meet somebody at the train station because, a third house pertains to transportation, communication, all those kinds of things. But when you combine Venus with the third house, you're gonna probably meet somebody in that location, because it pertains to love. Now, Venus in the fourth house of the home, security, when she transits that house, it could signify that you might be spending quality time with the family in general, or maybe at home and maybe doing private things. Maybe you are pretty much enjoying that time of spending time alone, and in the company of relatives, pretty much. Now, when Venus transits the fifth house, it symbolizes that you might find love more than the other houses, because the fifth house rules romance, and it rules kids, it rules pets. And maybe you might find a stray dog in your way home, and you might take it home, and that's going to become your pet. Or maybe you might have become pregnant or have a child, at this time. So it has to do with beautifying the fifth house, which pertains to love, happiness, what makes you happy, creativity, things like that. Now, when Venus transits the sixth house, now the sixth house is the sixth house of health and routine. You might want to beautify, you might want to improve your health routine. Maybe you want to start taking supplements, supplements that are going to make you beautiful. As opposed to the first house, where everything has to be a little bit more of a physical tuning up. Well, the sixth house is more of a health thing, like, internally tuning yourself up. So, and you also might meet somebody on, around your routine, your daily routine. Venus transiting the seventh house could signify marriage. It could signify good allies in your business, because the seventh house also pertains to business, and you might be gaining some money when it comes to that. Just like I forgot to say that, in the second house, you could also gain some money too, because the second house pertains to money and possession. But also the seventh house kind of follows that up a little bit. Now, the eighth house of inheritance, you might inherit something or win something. You might start having good sex with your partner, or more than usual. You might dig in deeper into, I would say, the occult, or investigating secrets. But you have to also be careful with other people, because see, the eighth house rules other people. So maybe it could be problematic in terms of other people, something that involves other people. I mean, it could be good, but at the same time, it could be bad. So you would have to check your aspects in your chart. I know Venus in my 8th house is terrible. Now, Venus in the 9th house could signify new information, you know, a love for knowledge. You understand? So when Venus transits your 9th house, maybe you are going to travel. Maybe all of a sudden you just find this appetite to travel and get to explore things. So when Venus goes there, it's pretty much a great time to travel because you're going to really enjoy sightseeing. When Venus transits the 10th house, could signify that your image to the public is going to be beautified. People are going to see you as this beautiful creature. And it's a really good time for reputation when she transits there, because everybody's going to see the good in you. And in your career too. It could also help you boost your career, your self-image to the world. Venus in your 11th house. Maybe you might meet somebody out there in the social life. And maybe they're going to be your friends first before they are in a relationship with you. So, I mean, I've met people in this placement, like once Venus goes into my 1st degree, for some reason somebody just pops out of nowhere and we just become friends. So when Venus goes there, it means that you could also be evaluating, you know, future projects. And maybe being a little bit more of a daydreamer too, because, you know, Aquarius rules the future and dreams. So you might be dreaming more than usual. Now, when Venus transits your 12th house, the 12th house pertains to things that are hidden. So you gotta watch out for hidden enemies, you know. And just like the 8th house, which deals with other people, but this was more of hidden enemies. And maybe secret love affairs too. You know, when Venus transits the 12th house, people tend to be more secretive than usual. And you will probably be, having more of a rich night dream time, because since the 12th house rules dreams. I'm talking about dreams that you, when you go to sleep. I'm not talking about the dreams that you dream, you know, on a daydream. No, I'm talking about night dreams. You might be able to remember what you dreamt more on a night dream. So yeah, this was the transits of Venus in the houses, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you.